video on what I've been finding out in my Khatra, because currently I'm experiencing a lot of variation, obviously to do with the way I'm holding the bow. So at the moment, actually beforehand, what I used to be doing in all the other videos is applying pressure on the last 3 fingers, and then also my thumb would also be pressing up against the bow. I think this is a fallacy because first off, I can't get the thumb down in that natural sort of position. It's always kind of curled up, so I assumed it needed to be gripping, but realistically you can still relax it and keep it in a curved position throughout the draw. So as soon as I start gripping, you'll notice it goes up a lot more. So that's me gripping, and that's me relaxing it and relaxing my pointer finger as well. And then beforehand I had no pressure in my actual palm of my hand. Right now I'm applying pressure in the center point of the palm in between the webbing. I'm finding that's working quite well. I'm just going to shoot some shots with the pressure point in the palm and the last three fingers. So remembering to relax my thumb and my pointer finger. I'm just going to be probably no string twist or anything like that, just enough to keep the arrow knocked correctly. Also I am knocking above, and the knocking point's quite high, as you can tell. So my thumb would be probably around about there. So I would say that's thumb angle. So realistically, if you wanted it straight, I'll be knocking under straight. But for safety reasons, I'll cut myself because I'm still learning this. So either way, I don't mind it being high. I feel like I've gotten used to that at this point. But keeping the thumb down, I'm just going to shoot some shots right now. So just to take in consideration, I'm probably shooting like 5 meters maximum. Just to get like the trajectory right, because either way you see the left and rights. And I'm roughly aiming point being wise, just arm level, anything arm level, because that's within your draw roughly. So this is basically, if I was standing straight on, they're a little bit to the right side still, not horribly to the right. They used to be quite on an angle. Probably I would say they used to be like that, sticking in the target, and now they're more like slightly on the right. So I'm obviously clearing the arrow rest slightly, a little bit more than it was, and my final hand position has changed as well. So now it's more of a, instead of like a drop, complete drop, it's more of a, I would say, bend and forward, and it just like kind of goes to the side a little bit. I'd say a little bit more bend. And the forward, obviously it's hitting your armpit a little bit. It's not an incredible amount, so this would be my sight under. And then also the strings, big thing, strings, my string isn't centered, so it's always, especially when you start grabbing the bow, the string's slightly off to the right, and my bow isn't exactly straight, it's slightly, only ever so slightly tilted, especially to get past your face as well. So my arrow would be knocked above that as well. So sighting wise, I just find it, I've never found it comfortable to hold the bow dead on, dead straight. Even shooting 3 fingers, it's kind of weird. You kind of have to hold it like that. I'm still working out what to do with that, but I know when I'm shooting with my thumb, I kind of have the string aligned, pre-aligned to that rough position every time I grab the bow. So I feel like that has an effect. So it's clearly clearing the bow, but it's not. Maybe it's to do with timing, or maybe the thumb's still coming up, because my thumb, I can't I could get it down like that, but that's forcing it. It's forcing it way down, and so this is relaxed position for me. Really relaxed. I'm unsure because I'll switch hands and I'll be able to get this thumb down, which is really weird. Even if I try eagle claw, it's like it's even worse. I don't want to mess with that too much, but yeah. So thumb's really an issue, I'm thinking. So just shot an end at 40, 7 arrows, 1 landed over the left. So this is some serious variation, because I can usually make a grouping, I'd say roughly that size on the target. It might be like here, there, there. I don't know, I usually know it's usually dropped because of draw length. But there's a variation on here, like if we're looking at, especially this arrow here, what happened with this one? Went off to the left. I am seeing, obviously, they're landing a lot more centered. This one's a little higher, I'm assuming that's to do with the knocking point, possibly low. I mean, draw length plays a big part in this. And the 3 that landed left, probably that's draw length as well, getting around to under the ear. Look, I'm gonna shoot an end at 5 meters again, and I'll try string twist in addition, see if that plays any impact. Then I'll do 40 afterwards as well. Okay, so I finished my end at 40, took a photo of the one at 5 meters. I didn't do string twist, but I just changed my body to open position anyway, just see. The string twist one didn't really feel like much variation. And anyway, the first 40 was technically a practice end, I guess, because I didn't shoot beforehand. This is 8 arrows, I think 2 missed. Yeah, 2 missed. 1 shot under. I think the other one may have shot over, I'm not too certain. But as you can see, arrow variation, that top one, I don't know what happened. They're landing, going in on the left now. That one's not too bad, top. That one in dead center. Assuming the left ones might be too much. If they're landing in direction of left, I'm assuming that's throwing the arrow too much, and then this would be, I meant throwing the bow. So it's obviously throwing the arrow as well, like, because you're throwing the string out the way. So I'm assuming that's too much. That's not enough because it's trying to go around the handle. And then this is obviously optimal if you're looking down it. So the one that I'm seeing right now, I think that one's pretty decent. That one, oh no, you know what, that one's even better. That one's dropped though. It's kind of hard getting their hand position because I got to think about it in addition to my shot cycle now. Yeah, I'll just leave it for now. Just going to keep doing a couple more practice ends and maybe make another video about it. I'm not too sure where I'm going with this. Okay, disregarding all the shots that I've shot with my fingers, which are the white fletched arrows, I reckon I've had like only 2 extra ends at 40. This is working a lot better. So if we're looking like these arrows, they're obviously, oh, well, not that top one, that one, kind of that one. That one, like where dropping shots is to do with draw, like my draw, I'm making it to my face all the time. But realistically, I think this is working. I haven't checked the damage on my bow yet, so I usually have a pad. That pad, as you can see, it's a little bit worn on the other side. So I just replace those. So what I'll do next time when I actually go for a shoot day, so I'll replace that pad, so it'll be fresh and I'll be able to know if an arrow's passing by. I have to check my thumb out as well throughout the day, because I reckon it's doable. I just need to probably focus on other elements in my shot procedure now. put it all together, because obviously I'm just thinking about when I come up to my pre-draw, I'm thinking about the torque in the handle. I'm thinking about that webbing, and then the 3 fingers at the same time, and applying that even pressure throughout the whole shot. So I'll come up to my pre-draw, start talking, coming back down to my face, and then got to think about the rest of my shot should come together, like with those two obviously a lot better. I reckon this is completely doable.